Hello and welcome back to Mightily Challenged. It's episode 4 and it just stopped raining. Alright, let's go. Alright, so if we remember from last episode, I was complaining that I did not have water in my barrels out there. But luckily, it just rained not too long ago. So I made a door. I've been out here farming trees. This is going really well. Although, I'm thinking I might switch these out for birch trees now, because I'm not really using the apples for food anymore. And I keep getting these huge trees, which is nice for the extra saplings, but they're sort of a pain to cut down, and, you know, a chunk of them hang out over the edge, and I'm afraid of jumping up on this thing and falling off. And I'd rather not have to deal with those huge things. And I know birch trees, I think this is pretty much as tall as a birch tree can grow. It might not even grow that tall. So, I think the plan might be to swap these out for birch trees in the near future, but for now they're fine. So I've been collecting saplings like crazy, replanting, making dirt, processing dirt while I wait for it to rain, and at night I've been fighting mobs, trying to see if the not sleeping would fix the raining, and I don't know if it did. Sort of a superstitious pigeon thing going on there where it may have just randomly rained, but because I didn't sleep and it did rain, I now think that that's how that works. So, I don't know. But it rained, so that's as much as I care about. I also got some pumpkins while I was sifting through dirt. So I now am growing pumpkins, and so this hunger overhaul, I don't know if I explained a lot of it. I know I explained how, food is a little bit harder to get. But if I check out, let's say, well, alright, here. If I hover over this guy, you see it's an unfulfilling snack. And if I look at something like a carrot, it is well, it doesn't tell me what it is. Do I have an extra carrot on me? I don't know if I do. Oh, I got an apple. Okay, so an apple is a morsel. So, and I've now actually started using this forestry backpack and cutting down all those trees. This thing actually helps a bunch because it's keeping track of stuff in there for me. So, by converting the carrots from morsels into carrot juice, and therefore into unfulfilling snacks, I get a little bit more food. It's like the cooked silkworms doesn't tell me that it's a morsel, but that's what it counts as. So with the pumpkins, let's see here, I can pumpkin seeds. If I take these guys, I can actually, where is it? Here you go. I can cook them, and I get roasted pumpkin seeds, but they're also morsels, so that doesn't really do too much for me. But if I go back and look at my pumpkins, and I scroll over here, I can make a couple cool things. So pumpkin pie, that's vanilla. I can make pumpkin bread, so I need to get dough, which means I need to get wheat, and I need sugar, which means I need sugar cane, so I'm not quite there yet. The other thing is pumpkin soup. There's one. I can make stock, which is used in other stuff. But if I keep going through here, yeah, this guy, the garden soup. So this uses 2 pumpkins, mixing bowl, pot, I can make those eventually, and stock. And as I just said, I can make stock out of pumpkins, and it uses the mixing bowl and the pot, just like this recipe. So for 1 pumpkin back here, that gives me 3 stock, plus 2 pumpkins over here gives me 1 bowl of soup. And so if I have, let's see here, 6 plus 7 pumpkins, I can make 3 of these. So that is not a bad deal. This one's a little more complicated. I need salad dressing, and that's a whole other deal. But the garden soup might be how I start actually generating more food than I'm doing with the carrots. Because that would be a light meal as opposed to this unfulfilling snack. Oh no, why did you pop? Uh-oh. Well, alright, so I guess these guys might be moving over there. I wonder if, I don't know. So I will go take care of that guy. We got a door. Nice shiny door that I can see out of. I also added a sort of cooking rack over here. I need you. Alright, we are going to go fix this pumpkin super quick. Yeah, I planted the first one here so that it could grow onto any 4 of these spots, so that I could get 1 pumpkin and then get more seeds out of it. I don't know why that one just suddenly popped and stopped being a sprout there. That was a little weird. Alright, anyway, so that's done. If you see over here, my thatchet now is green. So cutting down all those trees, it leveled it up. Twice, in fact. And so now it has haste and auto repair. And auto repair is wonderful. So you know last time I was saying how I didn't have an income of flint? Well, turns out when you sift gravel you get flint, but even better than that, it's got moss. So if I'm standing outside, and I don't know if I need to be outside, I don't have my book for Tinker's Construct that I need, but the haste is now 50 of 50, and I didn't have to put anything on it. It was just like that when it upgraded itself. So it now has redstone and moss, and it says it has one modifier remaining, so I think I could actually upgrade it more if I had stuff. Oh, I got an achievement. Looks like they added achievements to Tinker's Construct, which I think might be part of why some of my books disappeared. So if you remember, I used to have a book over here. It went away. So I still have my Mariculture Basic Materials Processing. I still have Materials in U for Tinker's Construct in my quest book, but I lost the one quest book I had in my inventory, and I lost another book from up here, and I think it was the Open Blocks book. So something updated, and I lost some of my books. Now my bookcase is looking very empty, so I might have to work on that. So this guy is now auto repair, so I don't even have to waste flint on it. I just sort of hang out, and he recharges himself, and it is pretty awesome. Other things. So yes, I have been running lots of gravel. There's been lots of stuff going on there. So I actually have enough. If I leave 2 of these in the chest, I can now make iron ore gravel. And I think I can do something with this where it will let me get more out of it if I hit it with a hammer, but it's not in the crafting recipe that I can hit it with a hammer. So I'm not totally sure, and I don't want to break it. I would like to not lose my iron right away. So I'm going to put it in my furnace, and we will cook that in a little bit. We don't have to worry about that right now, but he will be in there for the time being. Alright, so it just rained. So I'm going to collect 3 of my pieces of dust here that I made. If I come over here, nice full water barrels. If I right-click, oh yeah, turn all that into tasty, tasty clay. Excellent. Now, here's the test. I'm going to come back in here because it's going to be nighttime and I'll sleep pretty soon. If I put these down, and then I break them, I get my clay, like I need, and if I grab my book, I need to craft, let's see here. Nope. Hell's Kitchen? No. Learning Skyblock. Right, this guy, melting stone. I need an unfired clay bucket and an unfired crucible. Alright, so clay bucket is just like a regular bucket, but using clay instead of iron. So if I go and do this guy, and do 1, 2, 3, clay bucket. Alright, there's 1. Now I need the unfired crucible, and this one, I already know I'm going to need some bone meal for. So if I check this guy out, the unfired crucible is made with porcelain clay. The porcelain clay is clay and bone meal. So if I only need 7. If I put that in there, I get porcelain clay. Alright, cool. Now I come back in here, do this. Oh yeah, alright. That's done. Firing the pottery. I need to so this is the furnace that I was talking about before, how it uses only 6 cobblestone instead of 8. So there you go. There he is, right there. Alrighty. So I've got those 2 guys. I can fire those up, and I can claim a reward. Let's see. So we've been working our way backwards. We've done these 2, so let's do this one. They're different every time, and I think they're random, but let's just do that. Ooh, got nighttime. Alright, sleep. So yes, I've been collecting wood, and I think I'm getting about to the point where I can start thinking about making that mob farm. And it'll make it out of wood for now, and we might upgrade it to another material later. But alright, so that quest is done. Let's see what we got. Fireworks! Hooray! I guess I could signal for help if, someone ever flew over, but not terribly useful. Alright, back to the book. Let's see, we've got dust in the wind, and I'm smelting. I'm smelting. Alright, dust in the wind. What do we have to do here? Put gravel, sand, dust through a sieve by right-clicking with the... will give you broken ore. We've done that. Crushed ore and pulverized ore. Oh, that's neat. So I can get pulverized ore out of the dust. Cool. It will also get you redstone, glowstone, bone meal, and other dusts. Try sieving other blocks when you have time to see... what other resources you can get. You might be surprised what you can sieve. Interesting. Alright, I might have to try that. So break ore gravel with the hammer and you will get crushed ore, which can be combined into ore sand and processed with the hammer into pulverized ore. So I need to make iron ore sand. Well, hey, I've already got iron ore gravel. So let's see what this does. Okay, so if I put this down and I get my hammer, just hanging out up here, break it. Oh, I get 5 crushed iron ore. And then I combine 4 of them to get iron ore sand. So I actually get a little extra. Okay. That's pretty neat. So, alright, that's that one. Oh man, look at all this stuff. Ore sand. Oh, okay, so I need to make ore gravel, which I had already done. So placing the broken stuff. Then I do the sand, which I just did. Now ore dust. The final step towards achieving ore is to combine the pulverized ore into ore dust. This is not the same pulverized ore as the thermal expansion pulverized ore. 4 of these will make 1 ore dust, which will then process in a smeltery, will give you 2 ingots. You can use pulverized dust in a pulverizer. The ore dust is the equivalent of vanilla ore. Treat it the same way as you would treat the ore you mined out of the world. Okay, so I put this down again? Is what it's telling me? If I read that right? I put it down again and whack it with a hammer? I think so. Let's give it a shot. There we go. And now I got 5 pulverized iron ore out of that. That's pretty neat. So it's going to be a little messy with all this stuff laying around. But now I can take this guy. And so I'm glad I didn't smelt that one in the first place. That was close. Alright. So let's grab a piece of charcoal. We'll put that in there, and then we'll put... Well, I know I need to do these guys. Let's do these guys first. I know I won't screw anything up if I do that. Alright, so that's pretty cool. So I can combine the crushed iron ore with that other stuff, the other crushed stuff. Okay. So I really should be doing gravel instead of sand and the other stuff. Alright, there's my clay bucket. Now I will do the crucible. And then we'll put this guy in there. I need to mute Skype, so you guys... I wonder if anyone checked their Skype when that happened. Alright. Crucible and iron ore dust. Go, go, gadget, iron ore dust! Alright, so apparently if I had the machines, I could run this through a machine and get 2 iron out of this, but for now we'll just get 1. There it is. Oh man, we got our first iron ingot! Alright, so clay bucket. We can now go make a cobble gen. Do I have anything I can cook in there while I wait? I don't want to cook a book. 3s, nope, mostly 3s. Okay. So, number 1, we need to get some water from up here. And cool, that replenishes. And we are going to go over here to our cobble gen, which hopefully you guys can see because it's dark out. So I threw some of this brown stained clay in here. So before when I was explaining how this water works, there you go. You see how it flows out 1 block? Sometimes it flows over this way 1 block, although that might be a problem. So normally the water should flow over, but it's not because that block is in the way, so let me take those out. There's one problem with this. It's actually a 2-sided cobble gen, so you could have 2 people working on it at once. But I'm only 1 person. I don't need the second side. So I don't need to have the water going towards the back, but this is going to mess with my water. I might have to do that anyway. So let's just pull these out for now. Put this back in here, and you see how it spreads out. So this, where this water is and where this water is, that's where the cobble will get generated. Get out of that. And then if I go grab another bucket of water and don't fall off the edge, bucket of water, come on down, in that back corner. There you go. So you can see how it'll stuff there. Oh man, I need to mute Skype. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go make that be quiet, and I'll be right back. Alright. Skype is muted. Great. Drink some carrot juice. Alright, so the next thing I want to check, before I move lava with this guy, which will break the bucket, I want to go make sure I can get more clay. So what I think I can do, and I don't know, is if I use a water bucket... Yes, I can fill it. Awesome. Okay. I was really afraid that I wasn't actually going to be able to do that. I am so glad I can, which means now I can get clay whenever I need it, because I've got my clay bucket. So I will go fill up those buckets, just in case something bad happens. I can always make more in the future. But now that I have a cobble gen that's about to be ready to go, my pumpkin stem has grown. As soon as I get this cobble gen up and ready to go, we can get a lot more ore and metal and all sorts of good stuff, because we will have all the cobblestone we need. So I think it's time to break the bucket. It will be a sad day. it will give us lava. Well, actually, we're not quite there yet because we don't have the lava to move. So if we go back into our book, it explains, if I go back up here, that the crucible, someplace it tells me about the crucible? Lava is created by melting cobble in a crucible over a heat source. Okay, so, well, I'm going to need to make a piece of cobble because I don't think I have any laying around. So we'll do that pretty soon. But we need the crucible and we need a heat source. And luckily I've got some torches. So we will put the crucible... Do I have an extra block? I do. Okay. Let's shuffle all this stuff around. I probably should put that heart in a chest someplace. Alright, so if I jump up on here, eventually I'm going to have lava here, right? So if I go ahead and pop that guy there for a second, if I put my torch in there, then I put my crucible on here, crucible will get heat from that for now, and then come back block. I don't have to fall in to get you. Come on. There we go. If I put a piece of cobble in there, it'll melt down. And then when I replace this cobble gen with lava down in there, it'll keep heating this up and I can keep getting lava. So it'll be sort of an infinite lava source, basically. And, you know, I just mine some cobble, put it up there, mine some cobble, put it up there, and lava. Ooh. So I need to get some lava, and to do that I need to get some cobble, and I need to sort my inventory. Alright, so let's see, what do we got going on? Heart needs to go in here, so let's mix these two together real quick. Alright, that guy's done. Let's put this away. We can put that away. We've got our bucket. That is so awesome. Alright, bucket, you can live right there for now. Clay can go in here. Got my carrot juice, got my book. Right, I need a way to start sorting all these ores and things, so I might have to make another chest in here pretty soon. I've got my cooked maggots, or cooked silkworm, I guess. That's I've been gnawing on, trying to get rid of. Alright, I got iron, I've got stone, and I've got clay. Let's see if there's anything else I can do in the book before I get too... Oh, unclaimed reward. Oh, right, this one's done. I forgot about that. Alright, so this one's done. So we got another quarter heart, we got another bag. Let's go with the first one. Alright, that's another one, so we'll grab this heart again. And... there we go, full heart. Cool. So now we have 4 lives. Excellent. Alright, reward bag. More fireworks. Great. That is super helpful. Where did I put those? Put them in here. Super. So now I've got 32 fireworks. I did get another mana bean while I was messing around in there, and I got some lapis. Yeah, so here's the crushed nickel ore. So if I combine... Yep, I can get crushed ore. So I should really be running gravel through this, which is what I've been doing. I've been running gravel through here, because that lets me get more ore in total. So that's pretty slick. Alright, so quest book. Right, that's what I was doing. Okay. Not these guys. Hell's Kitchen. I think the bakeware. So remember last time I was talking how I was saying that glass would probably be easier? Bake. Glass would probably be easier. But now that I've got a way to make clay, I just need to get 8 clay. So I've got 2 extra dust. And where's my bucket? I need my bucket again, because I'm going to throw some water back in there when I do this. If I take my dust and go pop, pop, I get more clay. And I'll refill those. And I'll have to make some more dust and get some more clay to get another bucket until I get more iron. But if I can just make clay buckets, and I'm not going to be moving lava around all that often, I might just do that because it's a lot quicker and easier, and I don't have to waste iron on it. I mean, eventually I'll have a surplus of iron and I won't have to worry about it, but there's a lot of machines that I know that I'm going to need iron for, that I'm going to want to have that be the focus. So we'll do something with that. Clay. Pop, pop. I need another piece of charcoal. Now, if I put that and that in there, I'll get the 2 back when it's done. I will have the bricks I need to make bakeware. And then that will at least complete that task on the quest. I have a hunch it's going to ask me to do more things, which I think this iron might come in handy for. So we will hold off and wait to see what those quests say when we get that done. Alright, what do I have going on right now? I think while we wait for that to cook, I'm going to go ahead and make a couple crooks, and we'll go cut down some leaves so we can get some more dirt. So many crooks. Cool. Oop, I'm gonna sleep. That's what I'm gonna do. So the door is pretty much for show. I don't really need a door. It's just nice to have. Much. Look at all the pretty trees. So I didn't really do anything pretty with the edges. I've still got this floating railing so I don't walk off. I'll have to go back through and do something else at some point. Let's... yeah. So here you go. We have this nice one wide gap up there. So I don't remember if mobs can spawn on top of trees, which might affect my mob farm when I build it out here. So I might have to like run lighting down the center or something to try to keep mobs out. But we'll just cut down this guy. I actually should have grabbed some birch saplings so that I could swap over to birch out here. But that's okay. And I've been using the apples as mulch, fertilizer-y stuff in the barrels to convert them to dirt also, because the carrots have been producing way more than enough food. So, it's been going really well over the past little bit here that I've been working on it. Man, there's so many leaves, I don't know which ones belong to which tree anymore. I think those are all that one. Oh well. But yeah, I think I might swap out, like I said, for birch. They're shorter, and I don't need the apples. And the amount... so I think I need to actually put in more apples to get dirt than I do saplings. So like, I put in 8 saplings, and I put in 16 or 12 apples, something weird like that. So it's just easier if I have a unified thing where I just put all the saplings in. So, oh, I'm one short. Alright. So here you go, I'll show you. So if I put in 7 saplings, I can put in 2 apples. So it looks like I need 16 apples to do that, which is not great. You can also use carrots. So, that's the book. Here we go. You can also use carrots in there, but I've just been juicing my carrots and getting carrot juice, which has been what's been keeping me alive when I'm not eating these cooked silkworms. So wait for this dirt to get spun up. Oh, this is done. Alright, so we got our bricks. So if we take our bricks and we make this shape, we get bakeware. Awesome. Alright, quest book. Juicing. Apple juice. Oh, I just ate that apple. Oh man, I wish I didn't do that. Alright, so it just wants me to make apple juice. Does it want me to make 1 or 10? 10. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to be collecting apples for a little bit. That's okay. Oh, got my dirt. Yeah, let's just sift dirt. And stones. Wow, got a lot of stones. Alright, got cobble. So this is what I've been doing. Just collecting saplings, making gravel, running gravel through here. Just kept doing that. There you go. So I got some tin ore, some nickel. Oh, there we go. So I got enough tin and enough nickel to do stuff. So let's throw the appetite in there, sort that chest. We can do that one and that one. So we got that and that. Get the hammer back. Break that and break that. Collect all this stuff. So this time I only got 4 nickel ore, but I got 5 tin. And then I break these again. That's why I wanted dirt. I wanted it for the cobble so I could melt down the cobble. Shoot. Well, I need to get apples, so I can do that. I got more nickel. Okay. So one time I got extra nickel, one time I got extra tin. That's a pretty good deal. There we go. So I've now got nickel dust and tin ore dust that I can cook up in here and do something with. So, cool. Alright, so we'll just throw these guys in here for now, and I will deal with all that stuff later. Alright, so I'm gonna go punch trees for a bit. I will get dirt and hopefully not run it through my sifter like I've been doing. And we will get that cobble melting into lava. Oh, I got a pumpkin! Alright, so we're gonna collect the pumpkin first. Pumpkin! Haha! See, they're growing fine. Why did you have to be a pain? Oh, well. So, well, this is nice because with this sort of diagonal setup, if this one grows here, this one will grow here, and if this one grows here, this one will grow here. So these two will, you know, share, but they increase the chance of the first one growing. So, alright, I'm gonna go start doing birch trees instead of oak. and we'll go from there. Alright, so I cut down some trees. I cleared out the whole thing, and I replanted one side with oak, so I can get those apples for that quest. Then I have my one lonely birch tree over here. And once he grows, I'll cut him down and spread the saplings around, so we'll get a few more. So while I was doing that, cut down all the trees, got some of the extra dirt, processed the dirt, got some cobble, and while I was processing the dirt, I got some sugarcane seeds. So now, I've got another thing I can plant over here. Just need to find a place and some dirt. And I think I used up all my dirt, so I don't actually think I have any place to put those yet. Dang it. Alright, well, we've got them. I will worry about farming them later. And also, I don't know if I pointed this out earlier. I got a rubber wood sapling. Actually, I got a seed while I was sifting dirt a while ago. So I planted a couple, so I've got 19 saplings now, and unfortunately you cannot compost those saplings. So I've just got a stockpile of them, and I've got 47 raw rubber, which is pretty cool. I can either pretend like it's slime and use it on a sticky piston, or use it on a piston to make a sticky piston. I can make torches out of it, which is pretty cool. And I can make stone torches, apparently. I don't know what the difference is, but I can make stone torches. I can also melt it down into rubber bars. I can use it as fuel. I don't know how good it is as fuel, but I can do that. But the rubber bars are pretty neat because they let me make other stuff. Some things from agriculture, mostly from Mine Factory Reloaded. So I can make conveyor belts, which will help out with the mob farm once I get some iron and redstone. I can make XP extractors, which let me draw my own XP out, and I can store it and stuff. Empty syringes are used in a couple different things. I can make deck cord once I start getting TNT and all that sort of crazy stuff. But I can smelt it down into raw plastic, which then I can do more things with, which, nothing particularly interesting in here, except that I can make plastic sheets. And there's some other random things back there. But the plastic sheets have a lot of uses. So here's, this one has empty syringes, so it's a veterinary station. So I put the syringes and I can take care of animals when I get them. But if I cycle through here, one of the really cool things, it's in here someplace, using this stuff right here, road. So if I take 8 stone bricks, which will be easy once I get the cobble gen, and one of these plastic sheets, I can make road. And I can take that road and combine it with a redstone lamp to make road lights, and if I put them back on a crafting table, I get a inverted road light, so it'll just automatically be on. And the cool things about roads, they're pretty slick. So if I come up here, there's this little guy, which you have to be careful of. Here you go. Praise the road. Praise it now. And if you go on this guy, it moves you really quick. It's like walking on ice, so it accelerates you. So if I were to replace all of my slabs right here down the center with that road, I would go flying down there to the other end. I'm not going to do that right now because there's a gap down there where I'm going to build the mob farm, and it will just shoot me off into the void. But that's something I can do because now I have some cobblestone. So if I come back here and I jump up on here, and I'll probably put stairs in here or something to make it so I don't have to jump as much, but I can put cobble? How much cobble do I need? Do I need 5 cobble? I don't know. We'll find out. Put a whole pile of cobble in there. So the torch will work slowly. So there's a couple different options. I could use a torch, I could use fire, or I could use lava. Well, I don't have lava yet, and I don't have any way of making fire, so torch it is, but that will melt down eventually, turn into lava, and I've got my bucket, and I made a spare bucket while we were away that I will use to grab that lava. So that is in the works. I will soon have a cobble gen, and it will be quite splendid. Another thing that happened while I was harvesting those trees is my thatchet got upgraded again. So it now has reinforcement. I'm not sure what X plus means. I don't have a book that explains what all of that is, because if I come up here, I have materials in U, which if I put on a crafting table, it will come out as materials in U volume 2, which might be the one that I actually want, and I don't really care about this one, but I don't have a way of making more books yet, so I want to hold off on that. So, you know, this one explains all the different stuff you can make. Barricades, how you make grout and seared brick, and then you put all that together and you make stuff. So I can make books if I don't have leather, which is pretty cool. I basically using wood, string, and paper. And now that I've got the sugarcane, I've actually got paper now. So I can start making books. And if I combine paper with a plank, I'll get this initial book. Or not plank, but blank pattern. I'll get this book that I'm looking at right now, and then here you go. I put it through the crafting table and I get volume 2. And if I put it through the crafting table, I get another volume 3. So once I start getting paper, I can start thinking about doing that. But I don't want to get rid of this book in case I forget what these recipes are. I don't think... Is this materials? I don't... Yeah. Oop. I don't think this tells you how to... Oh, it does tell you how to craft it. Okay, so I don't really care if it... Apparently if you combine materials and you with a book, you get 2 copies of it. So I guess you can give one to your friend. If I combine it with a burnt brick, they get the book. Neat. Oh, that's the mariculture book. Okay. But yeah, so why don't I do that? Because I can find that recipe again later, and now I can actually look this up. So if I go through here, tools, materials, and modifiers. All right. Here are all the different tools you can make, and it explains all of them. Which I didn't notice this before. I was watching someone else's video where they were playing with Tinker's Construct, and I realized that this is a thing that I could have been doing for a long time. If you take your pan and you shift right click it on the ground, it actually gives you an interface where you can cook. So all that time in the beginning when I didn't have a way to cook food, I did. And I just didn't know it. But I've got my furnace now, so that's okay. Alright, so I'll drink this and go back to my book. Alright, book. So, yeah, frying pan I can shift click and do that sort of thing. So I should probably read through this and see if there's any other things that I missed. I know the chisel's pretty neat. I can make different colored stones, or not colored, but different kinds of stones and all that. And then these are nice. The excavator... Which else? I wonder how the lumber-axe works, that it mines a 3x3 area if it's a flat tree. I guess it would matter if you have a bigger tree. I don't know. So, you know, I'll have to actually read through this at some time and see what all the different stuff is. But here you go. This is what I'm looking for, kind of. These are the different materials. Paper stacks, cobbled ardite, copper, steel, bronze, pig iron. Okay, here we go. So here are the upgrades. So diamond gives me extra durability. That's not what I got. Emerald, no. Speed. So I got this one. This is one of the ones that gave me the free upgrade, where at 50/50 the boost is 4.0. So that's basically what I'm using, is the haste on my hatchet. Auto repair. This is another one I got. The tool slowly repairs itself, and sunlight speeds up the process. So if I just stand outside, my hatchet fixes itself. Not auto smelt. So here's how you make it. You can use a bunch of cobble, mossy cobble, to make that, which the barrels let me generate mossy cobble, so that's pretty neat. Luck is not the one I got. Sharpness, no. Fiery, no. Necrotic, no. Silky, no. Reinforced. Was it reinforced? I think reinforced. Yeah, this is the one I got. Okay. Adds the material trait reinforced to your tool. Stack with previous levels of reinforced. So supposedly it seems to help with the durability, but if I look at this, my durability is 171. That's what it was last time. Remember when I was talking about possibly upgrading it with a piece of flint? It was 171 before. So I don't know if it has like a passive thing where it's, I don't remember what the enchantment is off the top of my head, where it has a chance to not take away durability, if it's working like that, or if it's something else. So we'll have to play around and see what it does. Ooh, I got lava. Oh man. Why can I not use my clay bucket? Do I need more cobble? Oh man. Alright. Well, it looks like I'm going to need more cobble before I can actually get lava. So we're going to have to cut down some more trees and collect some more saplings. So I'll do that, and I'll check on the time, and we'll be back after that. Alright guys, so I went and made some cobble, but I haven't put any in yet, and I came over here and right-clicked it, and I got some lava out. So I'm not exactly sure how this works. It seems a little buggy or something, but I managed to get some of it out. It also looked like the lava level sank while I was not here, so I don't know if like the lava evaporates or what it does. So let's get down in here and break this torch. And now this bucket's going to break when I do this, but let's see if I sit right here, I should be safe. I go lava. Yep, bucket's gone, lava falls, makes stone, spreads, cobblestone. Oh yeah. So now I just come right here and do this, and the cobblestone flows to me. So you see how in the back, if I break this cobble, it's going to be hard. I'm going to have to sort of talk through the cobble. Back there, the water flows underneath it. It can actually catch the block, and the block will go backwards into that back corner on the far side. But yeah, just basically stand here and just do this, and cobble for days. Look at all this stuff. It's been, I don't know, I've made like, what, maybe 20 pieces of cobble this whole time, and now I have 12 in my inventory already. That is crazy. Alright, so we've got cobble now. I just cut down all my trees, so there's none over there. I planted one bit of sugarcane. It'll do me for now. I don't need a ton of it. I'm not really doing anything with books. Oh, hi pumpkin. Not really doing anything with books yet, or paper. It'll be something I do eventually, and I'll eventually expand it and probably put it in a not precarious place where it's right near the edge of the, edge of the terrain where it'll fall off into the void when I break it, because sugarcane has a tendency to fly all over the place. Unlike carrots. Carrots tend to stay on the block where you break them. Sugarcane tends to go everywhere, so it's going to end up in the water on me. It's going to end up out in the void. So I'll have to mess with that. Alright, so we got lava. We got a cobble gen. Oh man, we're on the up and up, guys. We've got stuff going on now. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that works. But I've got lava, and that's the important part. So I got my extra clay bucket in case I need to move water around. I can do stuff over there. I've got carrots, I've got trees, I've got sugarcane and pumpkins. It's going well. Ooh, and I got a fish. What'd I get? A nightfish. Female nightfish. Lifespan medium, fertility normal. Interesting. So you have to be careful because apparently if these entities are outside of your inventory for too long, or just like in the air, like so if they're in a chest it's fine, but if they're like out in the air, they'll die, and instead of being something with the gender symbol at the end, it'll just say raw whatever, so like raw nightfish or raw minnow, and that means they're dead. So that's, if you want to breed them, you want to keep them alive, and so for now I'm keeping them alive because I don't really feel like eating them. I've got plenty of other food sources, so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, so juicing, we have to wait on the apple juice, but we'll see how that goes there. So I've got some, oh, there's another one. So I've got some oak trees out there that are growing so I can get the apples. Skyblock, we've got, that one's done, so now we're going to have to do Tinkerer's Construct stuff, so I'm going to need to make one seared tank, one smeltery controller, one smeltery drain, one faucet, one casting table, and only one seared brick apparently. And my reward is a whole pile of seared bricks and a bit of a heart. And slimy sapling, peach sapling. Okay. I assume that one gives me slime. I guess that's a peach tree? I don't know. We'll find out. So that's where we're going next, I think. Although we've also got this, which this one might have passive mobs after this. So like right now I'm doing the, aggressive mobs. I might switch over to passive mobs. So I might actually need to worry about getting a good chunk of dirt together to make farms and stuff for the passive mobs to spawn. But I think overall this was a pretty good day. We got quite a bit done. We have buckets, we have lava, we have cobblestone, so now the ore processing is really going to take off. Because I can just go out back, mine some cobble, like look at this, I've got 12 cobble. I can pop all these down. Look at all this cobble. Look at all of it. And then get my hammer and go to town on it. And oh, I didn't break that one. But yeah, so now I can just do this, start collecting gravel, run it through the sifter, and start collecting ore. And it will, and then now that I know, because I read the book about how to smash down ore and get more out of it, I'll probably need to make a chest or something to keep all of that stuff in. But I think this is going to be the plan for a while. Instead of farming trees, now I get to farm cobble. Woohoo. Oh, and there goes my hammer. Great, walled myself in. That's okay. Just head over here. Make some more stuff. Sticks. If I remember, it's like this. Yeah. All right, there we go. Hammer. I wonder if I can make a better hammer. I should look that up. Hammer. Oh yeah, look at all these. Diamond hammer, gold hammer, iron, stone. Oh yeah. Okay, so what do I need stone? Just cobblestone? Alright. I might start looking into doing those guys instead of the, like a precision hammer apparently. Instead of doing the wooden hammer, I might start making stone to have them last a little while longer. And do it that way. Because this guy is slow, and he does not have a lot of durability. So, alright, I think we are just about out of time. It went so fast today, guys. I don't know where all the time went. I guess it was a lot of farming trees and that sort of thing. But, alright, so thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon.